I'm Crystal Faulkner with the CPA and Business Advisory firm of Cooney, Faulkner and Stevens. We're here today with Candace Klein. Candace is an attorney here in Cincinnati, but she's also an entrepreneur. She's recently founded Bad Girl Ventures, a micro-lending program, and brand new company that was launched just last week, SomoLend. Welcome, Candace.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Candace, let's talk about both of these entities and why you did found them. What was your passion in doing that?
Well, in practicing law, most of my clients were small businesses and startup companies, and we've come to learn in recent years that with the tightening of financial institutions, 75% of small businesses can't access traditional loans. And so I launched Bad Girl Ventures 2 years ago to serve as a highly localized microfinance company that provides education, training, and then financial resources to women-owned startups. But we had so much interest and so much demand for that company that I launched my second company, SomoLend, which is an online technology at SomoLend.com where small businesses can raise money through banks as well as friends, family, customers, and neighbors.
And you're right, Candace. As in our CPA practice, we hear all the time about smaller companies who just can't get financing. And so what you've done is you've actually produced a solution to this problem for many businesses. And as I mentioned, SomoLend just launched last week, but you've already got a lot of activity, right?
Yes, SomoLend at SomoLend.com just launched on Monday of last week, and so far we've had about 75 businesses already just in this area applying for loans. And we have a great partner, KeyBank has just signed on with us, and they're lending $1 million on this site already.
That is wonderful. And the Bad Girl Ventures, as we mentioned, is the micro-lending program. But what I find very compelling about this is that in addition to the financing, you're also providing education, which is so important for successful businesses to grow.
So many times small businesses say we need the money, but in reality they really need education, training, coaching, and technical assistance first. We don't just give the money and say good luck. We actually help them understand how to put a structure in place to spend that money.
And how many classes have now graduated from?
We are graduating our 5th class in just a couple of weeks on December 16th.
And is that open to the public?
Yes, we're having a graduation and a holiday shopping event at the Great American Ballpark on December the 16th from 7 to 10 p.m. It's open to the public, and there'll be great holiday shopping as well.
And if people want to learn more about that, how can they find information?
They can find information at badgirlventures.com or look us up on Facebook or Twitter.
Well, Candace, thank you so much for that great information and for everything you do.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
We're going to continue our conversation with Candace Klein on WCPO.com. So Candace, let's talk about, you have a very interesting background. As I mentioned, you are an attorney by education,
yes.
But you're an attorney turned entrepreneur and a very vibrant, passionate entrepreneur about what you believe in. Where did you get that type of passion for really helping other women organizations?
Well, it came from two people. My mother, who had me very young, and we fought to pay our bills when I was younger, growing up with very little money. She's now wildly successful in her own right, but also from a woman named Alice, who, after meeting me for 1 hour, understanding that I couldn't afford to go to law school, paid for me to go to law school. And when I asked her, how can I ever repay you for this gift? She said, find a way to invest in women. So what started as a repayment of a debt to a Good Samaritan has turned into now my life's calling in both Bad Girl Ventures and in SomoLend. And
it's just so wonderful that you're really helping so many people's dreams come true, and you've done it at a time when the economy was just in a tailspin. How has that happened, and what advice do you have for others who are looking to start businesses?
Well, you know, Crystal, it started off with me getting laid off in 2009. So many people are losing their jobs right now and have been for the past couple of years. And I think this is a real time for us to think about, can I start a business? And most of my clients, when they saw that I had gotten laid off, now luckily I was reemployed very quickly, but when they saw that I was laid off, they said, you're one of us. And so they were telling me about struggles they were having. The advice I would have for anyone who's thinking about starting a business is this is a great time to do it, but seek out partners, seek out coaches and mentors, either through us at Bad Girl Ventures or through other partnerships with SCORE and other counselors who are great assets to this community.
Well, and like you said, there are so many people out there right now that have lost a job and are probably feeling somewhat hopeless. And my advice is always pick yourself up, go out and talk to people, fill a need. And that's certainly what you've done with your two companies, Bad Girl Ventures and SomoLend.
Yeah, entrepreneurship is just a matter of solving problems. So the first problem I saw was that my legal clients couldn't afford to pay for their businesses, so I started Bad Girl Ventures. Then I created a new problem because I had so many businesses apply to Bad Girl Ventures that I couldn't help them all. And so I launched SomoLend so that they could raise money themselves. I think that anyone has that ability to look at the problems that you see in your home, in your neighborhood, in your community, and try to think of creative solutions to solve them.
Well, and you're doing this here in our Cincinnati region, but your plans is else to expand this program?
Absolutely. We've actually already expanded to Oxford, Ohio. We have a pilot at Miami University, BGV College Edition. We have a program already live in Cleveland, and we're expanding into Columbus in 2012. SomoLend, my second company, is already statewide.
And we mentioned SomoLend. You have already partnered with KeyBank, and they've provided $1 million of funds to loan. But ultimately, isn't the plan to bring other people who want to invest in startups?
So at SomoLend.com, and SomoLend stands for Social Mobile Local Lending, the intention of our site is to eventually allow small businesses to raise money from friends, family, customers, neighbors. We're in our beta technology right now, so we're very happy to say that we've got $1 million to lend. As soon as that money has been spent, and we anticipate that will happen fairly quickly, that is when we'll be rolling out our next technology and allowing people to raise money from friends and family.
And again, if people would like information to learn more about SomoLend, Bad Girl Ventures, where can they find that?
Well, they can log on to SomoLend.com and on to BadGirlVentures.com, and they can find both companies on Facebook and Twitter.
Well, Candace, thank you so much for that great information and for everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Crystal.